Mum, 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 mum.
Don't hesitate. Why don't you go
Okay.
mum 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 meh mum mum mum?
Meh.
Yeah.
Mm, mum, 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 meh, mum, mum, mum.
Yes. Come on. What do you think that top note is?
I'm assuming you probably hit the D5
I
or
did.
C5.
Yeah,
You
I
did?
didn't hit it. You hit the D5.
Oh, yeah.
But did that feel like falsetto there or head voice?
No, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Uh, yeah, no, it definitely wasn't.
What are you noticing? Like, it's like clearly, like you're not where you want to be with your pop kind of sound. What's happening
Hmm.
there?
Um, I think it's, I guess, finding my own voice and at the same time having that clear tone aspect. And pop songs are generally kind of high sometimes, and
Mm,
I feel like there must be a way to approach certain notes,
mm,
and
mm.
I feel like I could hit them, but I don't know if it sounds good because there's a
Gotcha.
difference. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I think maybe the best way for me to kind of help out is hear you sing something. So is there actually a song that maybe like a pop kind of piece where it's a bit higher, maybe has some of the things you're talking about, like finding a clearer tone? Anything that I can kind of hear?
Yeah. Let me see. I've been recently trying to learn this song called Pac-Man by Jay. He's a Korean artist. I don't know if you know him. It's
Pac-Man
just
by
like a
Jay.
yeah, it's like a 1 minute and 30-second song, but he goes up there and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I think he's hitting like a C5 and D5. I kind of learned like on the wait, no. C yeah, actually C5, yeah.
Nice.
C5.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Do you want to try go for it?
Yeah, sure. I'll go for it. Let me pull up the lyrics. Is it okay if I do the song, even though it's like not really known?
No, I don't need to know. I would love to hear it. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sure. Let me get my first note real fast. Sorry. Uh, okay. Loving you's just getting harder and harder to do. Cause my head says no, but my phone keeps calling you. And you never pick up unless you got nothing to do. But you say that you want me much as I want you over and over like it's Red Rover. Will your games ever be through? Play me over and over, Pac-Man and Lover. Hoping you run out of quarters soon. Don't hurt me, leave me. No, I don't mean that. Love me all the way to death. And then this is the highest part where I always have a problem with.
Give it a shot.
Uh, uh, oh, it's killing me how fear is holding me down. But I wanna hold you. Oh, I might burn to the ground, but see me burn with a smile. If I die, it's with you. Yeah, and that's the whole song.
Yeah, come on, man. Hey, like I think there's nothing wrong with that. Does that feel hard to do?
I so the thing is, I want to be able to the part where I think it's a uh, I might but see me but with a smile. I go to like my I think falsetto
Head.
or head voice or
Yep.
whatever, but
Yep.
he's belting it, and I want to know how to like I don't know, I guess train to do that well and right, yeah.
Yeah. I think for you, the main thing I'm hearing is you probably need to build strength in your voice.
Okay.
Because even when the way you're approaching like the choruses, the pre-chorus, and the verse, it's a bit lighter. And
Okay.
if you think about a rubber band, right? Like you're really good at stretching. They stretch really nicely,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
because they thin out so early, there's only so much sound quality you can get. But we
Mm.
might actually have to come to the other spectrum of the sound and build more kind of pressure, build more pressure.
Okay.
So hopefully, when by the time you get to that C or D5, it hasn't thinned out so much.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I'm like, I sound so hollow. Like I feel like there could be more depth to it, but I just don't know how.
Yeah, and that's it. That's fine. It's so really what happens, right, when your vocal folds are vibrating, if they're vibrating very loosely, so not a lot of breath pressure, they won't create some as many harmonics. Are you familiar with what harmonics are?
No, I don't think so.
Right. So for example, if I go ma 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 ma, I just went from quiet to soft, quiet to loud, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that really makes it louder is there's a lot more harmonic energy. Just more kind of
Hmm.
energy there. Let's see if we can kind of get that for your voice a bit more, right? So
Okay.
can I get you to try this? Let's use a ma, and I want you to go ma 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 ma.
Okay. Mum.
Nice,
Mum.
nice. Now don't back off on the top one, because in the top note,
Okay.
just a tiny bit of that backing, right?
All
And
right.
that is fine. Like I think it sounds cool, but see if you can keep. You can probably keep the same amount of intention and effort up there too. Ma 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 ma.
Okay. Mum.
Cool.
Mum. Mum.
That's where
Mum.
you back up. You back up
Oh,
into
sorry.
top two. But
Okay.
do you notice it?
Yeah, I think so. I think I just subconsciously, or like, yeah.
No, gotcha. I'm calling this out because I think awareness is probably the main thing, the first thing.
Okay.
I think there's a difference though. Like, I'm not trying to get you to pull up chest or get stuck, but I think you don't need to back off to get to those high notes.
Okay.
If you learn to just keep the same intensity that you're finding on the bottom, the sound should stretch and thin out, but not because you're backing off.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
yeah, I might have to get you there for you to understand it. Try it again.
Okay, sure. Mum.
Nice,
Mum.
nice.
Mum. Mum. Mum.
Nice. Keep. See if you can keep your head steady.
Okay. Mum. Mum.
Good.
Mum. Can you play that again? Sorry. Mum.
Cool. What if you go mum bum
Oh,
on the top?
bum. Sorry, I did the bum twice.
Good. That's okay. You don't need to be sorry. You're doing your best. Let's keep going.
Mum.
Cool. Maybe switch back to the M for now.
Mum.
Nice.
Mum.
Nice. Now try this. Do it again, but keep your finger between your top and bottom teeth.
Okay. Mum. Okay, can you play it? This is weird. Okay. Mum.
Keep going. Just like that.
Mum. Mum. Mum.
Don't hesitate. Why don't you go
Okay.
mum meh mum.
Meh.
Yeah.
Mm, mum. Meh, mum.
Yes. Come on. What do you think that top note is?
I'm assuming you probably hit the D5
I
or
did.
C5.
Yeah,
You
I
did?
didn't hit it. You hit the D5.
Oh, yeah.
But did that feel like falsetto there or head voice?
No, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Uh, yeah, no, it definitely wasn't.
Right. What did it feel like?
It felt like, I don't know, kind of normal, like as if like I was going from here and it continues. There's no flip
Continues.
or
There's no flip.
anything. But I feel like the sound quality though, it's more piercing or nasally. I don't know if that's yeah, what's gonna happen for now. I don't know.
Gotcha, gotcha. If you listen to it, it's not as nasal as you think.
Oh, okay.
I totally get you though. Like there's a lot of presence in the sound, but I think if you're singing it that high in a D5, it does need to have a bit of that. It's very
Okay.
ringy. Like for example, I don't know if I hit a D5 that often, but when I'm going to my C5s, it's pretty up there in my head.
Hmm. I see.
But it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just because you're literally singing pretty high. The resonance does need to shift there. And I can't explain everything I've done to you so far. I just want to know you tell you that that's how you should be doing it.
Okay,
Like,
interesting.
because there's a lot of micro adjustments as I was doing along the way, as you noticed, Alan. But those are things just because I understand the voice a bit more. I can kind of gradually share them as we go. Hopefully, that kind of builds your understanding. But the main takeaway for today is if you're after a more belty quality or more chesty quality to those D5s, you just did it. That's how you do it.
Hmm.
And
Interesting.
we can keep refining it, right? But I think a big one for you is learning not to back off in the middle.
Hmm.
Because if you back off in the middle too much, it will most likely flip to falsetto because you don't have the strength to get up there.
I see. I
Yeah.
think I feel like I shy out a lot because it's a sound I'm not used to, and
Mm.
I'm unsure if it's like pleasant or not. So I'm like, okay, if I just flip, right now, I know I could like control it more. But then I also have that conflict where I kind of want to go for it, but I guess it's that fear of being judged for trying something that
You
high.
you got to go for it. I think if you trust my opinion, we can make it sound better. There's things we can do to refine it, but you're not approaching it wrong though.
Okay.
Does it feel hard to do,
Um,
like effort wise?
Effort wise, I feel like. Mm, not really. I think I'm just doubting myself that it sounds good or like okay and enough. So I
Mm,
like choose
mm,
not to try that and go something for more comfortable, like speak, like talk, singing in like the chest or like mix. Yeah.
100%. I think maybe if you listen back to this clip, you still might be like, oh, like that's not the sound I'm after. But I would say maybe compare the way you did it to a lot of other vocalists. They do all have a bit of that piercingness when you get up
Okay.
that high, C5. Now you want to offset it by kind of keeping the larynx more steady and all this stuff, right? But like it's a D5, man. Like you're like it's not a note that you can just casually just talk out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there is some little adjustments we need to make.
I see. I see.
Yep, cool, awesome. Well, that kind of wraps up on my end, Alan. I hope this kind of gives you some clarity. I think keep trying to find it right. I don't think this is the finished sound, but I do think you're getting to it like much more than just flipping to like a head voice.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
cool.
Cool. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Any questions so far?
Um, Let me see. So whenever the notes are higher like that, and I feel like since everyone's singing is unique to their own voice. Like, for
Mm,
example, like Bruno Mars, who hits that note. Am I supposed to try to emulate a certain quality out of it? Obviously, I'm not going to sound exactly like it, but there's a
mm,
certain, like, I don't know. It sounds good. Like,
mm,
do I try
mm.
to copy that?
Why not? I mean, like test it out. Like I think your voices are similar. I like for my voice, I wouldn't copy Bruno Mars because we're different. But I
Hmm.
think you guys have a similar quality in terms of lightness. It's not as like heavy as our
Yeah.
voices. So for us,
Hmm.
when we go up there, it's a lot. We have to thin out a lot. For
Right.
you guys, it's more connected, which is fine. Which is fine. So I think yes, copy Bruno Mars. Like I think he's a great singer to
Okay.
emulate.
I see. I guess that's the thing though. Like, actually, whenever I sing in my lower end, I feel like I have more of a chesty quality to it, but after a certain threshold where I increase, I honestly like when I first started trying to sing, a lot of people said like, "Dude, why are you singing that high? You sound like a girl or something." I'm like, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to match exactly the pitch that most pop singers sing, but
Ah, that's
let's
different.
say
That's
for
tone.
example,
That's
oh, that's
tone
tone.
though. Like you can say you can make the same notes. Like for example, I can sing some of the notes that Bruno sings, but we don't sound the same because our tone is different.
Mm,
So maybe what they're talking about is the quality of your voice. And remember how I was talking about how your voice is a bit lighter? That's why we're trying to
mm,
build a bit more strength. Don't back off. It could be pointing towards that. Don't back
I
off so
see.
much.
Then how about I don't know, because whenever I sing for my friends, for example, let's say "Before You Go" by Louis Capaldi. I don't know, you know that song? Yeah, you know that song.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I sing like the first verses and the pre-chorus, I sound like a guy. But then when I go to the chorus, all of a sudden, like I don't have that I guess chest deep tone to it. If that makes sense. Because I could sing for. I mean, I've always thought I was a baritone, but I was like, screw whatever title I've been given and just went for it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
before, I think the lowest note I could sing is like an E2. I think
Uh-huh.
that would be it. And
Uh-huh.
like it's I don't know, it just feels weird that like I could sound like that at a certain point, but then suddenly it shifts off to a different quality. If that makes sense.
Gotcha. There need to be these shifts in the voice 100%.
Okay.
I think I can explain that. Obviously, like if we work together in the future, because
Right.
there's a lot of science behind it, and I think the science can make you understand it. I think if I was to kind of give you affirmation, the way you're doing it, like the reps on, like if you just watch back this video, that didn't sound girly to me. It didn't sound feminine. It just sounded like you,
Oh,
especially when
okay.
you're keeping the right amount of emphasis. And so maybe I would maybe try to get that quality into a song more first.
Okay.
See if you can just find that, and then maybe you can get some spot checks, right? Just get some of your mates to double check and see what they think. I my biggest thing is when you're getting past a certain point, you're letting go too much, similar to what we've talked about today. And that's going to give you a girlier, more feminine sound, especially if
Hmm.
you're going a bit breathier and lighter, and especially if you're flipping to head voice. It will
Okay.
have more of that feminine sound to it. Not necessarily a bad thing either, but I think if that's what you're concerned about, I think the answer might be learning to keep the intensity. Don't back off so much,
Okay.
especially if that's our tendency.
Keep the intensity. Wow, that's gonna be a hard thing because all the my doubts in my head. But yeah, I guess I just gotta let go.
That's okay.
Just
It takes time. It takes time. But gosh, like you're making some good sounds. Like your voice is clearly capable of getting them. Maybe you might need some more like practice or like understanding of like why that is the case, or like maybe specific levers